trickling onto the A site. Ramp push. Lollipop in the crosshairs. Gratisfaction able to find that first frag, but will quickly find more as Box and MDS also find the same fate as his fallen teammates. EXTREMUM, a very nice start to this round, doubling back on the push. Bomb being planted as well. It's just Jyo all by himself. They hit the road running, absolutely. They went aggressive from the get-go, and it's a good thing to see as well, right? Because Nemiga, but it's the buy round coming through from them. This is their chance to head right back into it, or else they have to have a collateral of the second round, maybe getting
so forward. And he's in an excellent position to capitalize, but they're going to start checking in, and he gets unlucky. Box with a second. A two-piece to secure the start of the round. What more will come from him?
Yeah, now Speed4K, does get caught off guard there, and Sandbags was a little bit too wide from that and was able to get shut down there from the scaffolding position. Though, BnTeT, he's good for one, and that will mean they're down to a 3-on-3. But Jyo, he's made his way around. He's got the lurk on going, and this time he's not all by himself. He's able to find reinforcements, finds 2 kills, and that means that Box with 100 HP will be able to... He knows exactly what's going on.
Oh, yeah. He's brought it down to a 1v1 with an AWP. He just needs to check the right angle and pull the trigger. Will he look at stairs in time? That's the question. Both players having an incredible impact in this round. But who's going to get the round win? Box coming around, and there's no way BnTeT's going to flick around in time. That should be it for the 1v1. And Box even goes a little overboard with that. Okay. Man, I think Box is getting really angry at BnTeT for scooping up 3 teammates.
Yeah, I mean, I would be. But the fact that Nemiga get themselves on board right now, get themselves that first round.
He's still quite significantly tagged down, but there's still yet to be a single kill. And as I said that, Jyo gets a little bit aggressive, and he's opened up quite a bit of information for his team. But Speed, he's been taken hostage as well.
It's picked out off guard. Will push through. No smoke will come out. So the shot does come through. Predictable. Gratisfaction does find out 1 frag, and that will mean they get themselves on site. All of a sudden, 3-on-3, and Nemiga have to play for the retake.
Yeah, this is going to be a really tough retake as well, because they've got their hands on a FAMAS and an MP9 with only a flashbang to supplement their push onto the bomb site. Got him the smoke down at least, so they can clear out at least the sandbag angle. Making sure that EXTREMUM will have to be a little bit more aggressive in their approach. Molotov goes out. It's mollied out the bomb, so the smoke isn't any help there. jkaem is able to pick up 1, but in the midst of trying to switch over to the P250, Gratisfaction gets taken down as well, and that's the round win for Nemiga. I'm really surprised that they're able to pull that off, because just off of that 1 smoke, they're able to create enough of a distraction to be able to get these duels. They have to get this round if they want to comfortably move into the next one. Gratisfaction comes out wide with a flashbang from his teammates. They're so flashed out of their mind. But MDS, regardless of that, he's still able to pick up 2. And it all comes down to BnTeT. 1 versus 2. Well, 1 versus 3, but Box is so low on HP. I'm not sure if I should count him. Lollipop, he's fallen, but will the flank come through in time? Jyo's good enough for it, and that's the headshot onto BnTeT.
We're so close to the win. Of course, they'd be disappointed from that.
Jyo, that aggression towards B, it's been so successful for him, and it's happened again. Box, quick 2-piece around the smoke, and it's so difficult for the terrorists to actually make it up ramp, especially with the aggression that Jyo is showing on the B bomb site. It isolates them into running towards ramp a lot. 150 points of health. Molotov ready and waiting now with the flashbang. The T side moves in. Gratisfaction picks up speed. He's in hot pursuit of these CTs, but they're just backing off. They want to hide themselves behind the curtains of the smoke before they start to go in. And there's very little utility for the retake as well. Just a Molotov in the hands of Jyo and a few flashbangs apiece.
Oh, that was so smart there over the push on scaffolding. I believe he pushed without the flash popping, and he knew that Speed4K would look away from that and was able to get that free kill. AZR, though, holding off in an orthodox angle. He's able to shut down MDS, and EXTREMUM look like they're able to win a pistol round right now. 4 players surviving, bomb planted for them. Nothing that 2 players from the Nemiga side can do except for save their weaponry on for the next round. An impressive series of events leading up to the round win here from EXTREMUM, getting themselves right back into the game.
Oh yeah, and that's off of deagles, just armor, deagles, and plain old elbow grease.
Now they get themselves a 4x4 util as well. Looks like they may want to take some sort of an aggressive stance here on ramp.
Gratisfaction, like you mentioned, once again So difficult for EXTREMUM to actually get onto a bomb site without losing a player. Now Boxy doesn't realize that his crosshairs already aiming onto jkaem, and he's gonna get punished for it. Lollipop swings out wide with the AUG and immediately gets refragged after getting a piece. MDS and JO now on the retake, and these rounds are actually so it's kind of strange to see that they're pretty one-sided, but the game isn't. It's either just extreme
10-round winning streaks, and then all of a sudden, when a team is 13-2, there'll be a massive switch. The morale might get off on the wrong spot.
Gratisfaction opens things up for other first. MDS, as the smoke is fading. jkaem, you've got the right idea, buddy, but you've not got the bullets in. MDS will be picking him up, and he's even good for a second with only 5 points.
He's got the right angle. Oh, not quite able to find the first shot, and that's going to be costly. Liazz, though, will be pushing up aggressively. Does get shut down by Speed4K in the end, but BnTeT will be holding down his ground. Gratisfaction, though, with the AWP, not much he could do as BnTeT does have the right. It looks so impressive, but Box, this aggression up through the smoke. Maybe able to catch BnTeT off guard, and that's exactly what happens. Finds one. Speed4K joins in on the fray as well, on a different side of the map, but MDS holding down connector. They're shooting it down. Nice little spray down. Only is good for one as jkaem is down to 3.
Oh no.
Lollipop helps out as well. That was extremely one-sided. Yeah, having 3 people, but the rotation from the 4th may need to come fast. They already know that they got themselves off through run. Shegonate's doing a lot of damage, holding down off. They still have a lot more util to play with. jkaem finds one. Bomb does get planted though, and it's just with a numbers disadvantage. Make that no numbers advantage because Nemiga may look to get a win through the chaos here. Try and get the bomb defused while everybody else is confused. Yeah, the bomb hasn't been touched. Gratisfaction finding one, and I do think that Nemiga will fall back from this now. Nothing much they can do. BnTeT will try and go ahead, but won't be finding too much. And it's just 4 players on the server remaining, but it's pretty much the second time that Speed4K kind of gets caught off a little bit too wide from the sandbags area, but 2 times from 2 different areas. One from ramp, one from scaffolding. Needs to be a little bit more careful in his positioning. But MDS finding that one frag does give Nemiga that numbers advantage and just makes their wall of defense that much more stronger. That's especially with the fact that EXTREMUM have been weakened. Azer, though, pushes forward. JO gets
around these boxes, but that's been smoked out as well. Now there is a fair bit of utility. Lollipop, maybe he can deploy that Molotov to knock these players out of position, and that's exactly what happens to Azer. And even on his way out, he's going to get chipped away by the AUG. 3 versus 4, the numbers advantage for the CTs, but not the health advantage. Liazz trying to play it a bit cheeky. The flashbang works out for him. MDS finds a second, and BnTeT and Gratisfaction, they're desperately trying to find the kill around the bomb site. Gratisfaction even picks up one through the smoke, and it all comes down to MDS. He's already gotten 3. He'd have to get the ace to make it work. He's looking for BnTeT around the smoke, but BnTeT reigns supreme. Actually,
he's holding the right angle here. They're going to trickle in. Nice little one shot there onto JO. Not quite able to solidify a second. BnTeT does peek out wide. Will pay for it with his life, but he's able to find one in the process. Gratisfaction, though, rotating through, not allowing them to get themselves onto the A site, but it might be working out. Looks like EXTREMUM not quite able to find the shots here on the pistol round. Not quite finding the success that they found the previous half. Player behind him, he's gonna have to be careful with this one.
Yeah, they've rewritten the tale, but it's not as clean as the one that EXTREMUM wrote. That because of course you don't know where Nemiga is playing, and he's already so far in the back lines, and the one angle he didn't check is the one that is from
information. But the fact that Gratisfaction is pushed up, he knows that nothing is going on ramp. Of course, does peek away. He's able to find that one frag. Peeks out again for a second. So that's the numbers advantage here. Nemiga do want to head the push through right now. EXTREMUM still not quite sure. They know that Nemiga like these fake outs, but this time it doesn't seem like it's going to be a fake. All players pushing up through ramp, and BnTeT needs to be careful. Gratisfaction not able to find his second of the round as Box and JO both get caught off guard at the same time. Simultaneously, Box finds another, and all of a sudden EXTREMUM get overwhelmed. No access to the site as a smoke.
Hungry for these kills here. They're too far though. There's no way they're making it to these 2 players in time before the bomb expires. Cute little Molotov. Getting quite aggressive now. He will find the angle through the smoke sometime soon. But Gratisfaction in the meantime, he's happy to get a kill on ramp. JO moves in. He's found 2, and he's still making the off-meta SG work. Lollipop, on the other hand, loses the duel on mid, and it's going to be brought down to a 2 versus 3. Azer in hot pursuit. He's chasing after this terrorist, and MDS realizes he knows that Azer is coming right behind him. But he has 2 angles to worry about. He's worried that he might get pushed in.
They'll be greeting any of their opponents anytime soon. Although MDS is fairly close, not much time to check behind Dumpster. And just like that. Oh, maybe not. He's able to find.
jkaem and Azure playing relatively aggressive. That nade is going to land right on their feet. Gets them down to 50. jkaem swings out. The lineup's right there, but he's unable to find the third. But that's great damage from EXTREMUM, already bringing them down to their knees. Liazz dodges the flashbang, but he's caught with his pants down. Azure, in the meantime, he's trying to help out his teammates, but he's been spotted as well. Speed in such a great position, but that smoke will be stopping him. 3 versus 2, and Nemiga's gotten the bomb down. This is their opportunity.
Yeah, EXTREMUM have to go for this one. They have no other choice. He's pushing through. Lollipop, he finds 2 with the AK-47. All of a sudden, it's back to Gratisfaction all by himself. He finds 1. Needs 1 more! Oh, my word! It's nothing like Nemiga's. Like, it is their most played map for the past... I don't know. They've been together for pretty much a year as a current squad, so they've been loving that map and finding so much... The time is ticking, and Lollipop needs to make his decision. The Gratisfaction, he pushes aggressively. He's able to find that 1 frag, and all of a sudden... do get themselves 1 more kill. jkaem holding a nice angle as well. Nice little buddy system happening here as well. And BnTeT will be finding the last 2. They've just got their streak shut down, and the fact that they have done so, EXTREMUM can come back from this. Though this is a really important round. If Nemiga win their round right after their defeat, they do get themselves on match point. They show that they're not scared of any sort of break in their momentum. Therefore, they can on the CT side with the same amount of players as their opponents need to hold down this B site push as they are starting to push on through. Gratisfaction finding 1. Liazz through the smoke is able to find MDS in the end. So Nemiga, they're in a little bit of a tough spot. Nice little spray down there as well. Won't do too much damage. jkaem spotting out of the barrel of his opponents, and that will mean that EXTREMUM with 4.
They have to check everything out. The double nade does catch Bucks a little bit, but BnTeT, he's flashed out of his mind. He still gets the kill regardless. Speed is able to catch him eventually, but that's at the cost of 3. Speed and Jo now left off for a minute. And with a nade primed and ready, at any point in time, they could just chuck it over and Speed would be history. But look at that, Jo. He's got the right idea. He's found the angle, and he's brought it down to a 2-on-2.
Yeah, this does make it a little bit more possible here, but this all unorthodox angle here from Jo. He's able to find that one, making Nemiga to get lured out. He does touch it. Looks like he will be sticking it in the end. And it looks like EXTREMUM haven't quite realized.
Definitely changed the outcome there. EXTREMUM, they're getting a little bit more aggressive this time around, but BnTeT, he gets punished once more. There's no punishing the T side except with a juicy nade, and jkaem, he's found it. Speed.
They don't give away too much information, but if Gratisfaction peeks through, he'll get so much information, but he's able to find 1 kill as well. HG does finish off the deal on Azure, which will mean that it is pretty much equal footing at this point, but Liazz holding it down, 100 HP on him. He could at least find 1 kill, but he needs to find it. Nemiga mustn't take too many charges. Nice little wide peek there from Speed 4K. Does mean that they do get themselves on sight.
BnTeT to at least try to stop them in their tracks. There's 4 players rushing in from Nemiga, but Jo's in the back lines. He's on banana and he's watching the push. Already a player falling for EXTREMUM, and this isn't amazing news, but look at that. Azure, he's able to sandwich them in, but he's been picked off. BnTeT desperately trying to fire off his USP, and Liazz is left all alone in a 1 versus 4 where he's trying to find the heads there, but in the meantime, man, they've already gotten the bomb down.
Yeah, very impressive stuff there from Nemiga. 3 different angles that they need to look after. Molly does get thrown out. BnTeT needs to fall back, does get burnt out to the ground. But that's a 1-for-1 trade in the end. jkaem has to fall down, find his Lollipop, does connect the pieces upon him. And Azure right behind the smoke won't be able to do too much, but the bomb hasn't got him planted just yet. 10 seconds remaining. Now it has commenced, but it's difficult. Azure can't really push through that. So many people are looking at that angle. There's really not much they can do in a 3v4 here on B.
Yeah, but they've at least gotten it down to 3. Gratisfaction eventually picks up 1 with his AWP. 2v2, Speed stuck in the corner, gets picked up by Azure. MDS single-handedly trying to defend it. But unfortunately for them, Azure has been really good on that rotate. He's been really effectively playing the rotation role, and he's going to prove to us exactly why in this round. It comes down to the last wire, but at least they got the defuse.
Yeah, they made an improvement.
Hey, no, don't knock it till you try it. Oh no.
That's detrimental there. Jo, he's able to find one. I mean, the refrag came in from BnTeT, but he's able to find a second as well. Nice little white peek. They don't expect he'll stick around, and that will mean he gets a third as well. Speed 4K though. Oh, what? Excuse me, Speed. All right. Speedy Gonzalez, that should be his new name, but now down to 2-on-2 as EXTREMUM look to gain another retake. Last time they were successful in doing so, but with Nemiga with 2 men still alive, still can hold this one down strong. Speed looking down on Cathedral, one push to come through, he'll have the right angle on it. There goes one, all up to Liazz right now with an MP9 away. HG grenade thrown out, looking to find that one random kill, but does peek out wide. It's only going to be good for one as Nemiga.
Look at the damage they've done to the Nemiga side's economy as well. They've been brought down to Mac 10s, but MDS doesn't mind it at all. He's gone down into pit, and Gratisfaction's left all alone with his AWP out, leaving Azure on the rotate, and that should be a save from EXTREMUM. I love that. I love how aggressive MDS can get with a Mac 10. He doesn't even care about the AK. He's just making work happen with
without any repercussions on their regard. Surviving with 5 players is a very, very impressive prospect, and having these little
I'm sure as hell that they can get something done with 3 M4s now. Utilities primed up, Azure goes through, but he doesn't realize that somebody's crept past with a smoke box. He's gonna make it very expensive, and once again EXTREMUM will be fighting from the back lines, huddled up in B. Unfortunately for them, this time Box will be getting a lot more aggressive, coming in from arches, coming in from coffin. He wants to make it more expensive.
Nope. Know that once 2 players set up a little bit of a crossfire, when you push them, you do inherit that.
It's getting very aggressive. jkaem, he's trying to hold down these horses over towards Banana, but Lollipop in the meantime comes in through the pit and will punish Azure for his aggression. AWP getting very aggressive. Gratisfaction B. There's 3 players on the B side, and this surely EXTREMUM won't lose this.
Surely not. But not many shots connecting here, but EXTREMUM side, they are 4 versus 2 right now. Nemiga, not much they can do at this point. Too much damage inflicted upon them already, but Liazz, he's behind. They have no idea he's there. Knife out. They will peek it, but it's going to be a little bit too late. Damage inflicted, but they find the kill somehow, and that will allow them to get themselves to the A site. And jkaem, he's going to be the first man to greet them, but with the flash coming out as well, he's going to be the first man to say hello. Nice little peek out. Oh, catches them both. Oh, God, that is gotta hurt for the Nemiga side. But if you're on the EXTREMUM side, you're going to be happy about that. You take those any day of the week. Getting yourself that second round is exactly what they needed, even though it took them quite some time.
I don't know, man. They've gotten the bomb down off of Liazz. Molotov rolls out to try to impede their progress towards short, but there's also a player in balcony that Liazz needs to take care of. He eventually does, and now it's suddenly a good crossfire for them. Liazz, he can support Gratisfaction, but in the meantime, Box has already come through. Jo eventually follows, and he was in pursuit of Liazz for the longest time in apartments. Very expected save coming out from EXTREMUM, and once again, Nemiga.
You don't have such a... Well, you don't get into the information you need to have the right rotations in, and Nemiga find themselves...
Owner of a brand new AWP. Flashbang comes out, Jo making magic happen with the SG he's so famous for. At least popular for now.
Box.
To open up the B site.
They're going to push through this.
Oh, this is great for Box.
As well. Catch them off guard. jkaem had no idea that was coming upon him. Very cleverly done. The B site of Inferno, which is one of the hardest sites to retake. And Nemiga look like they might be able to get themselves a 9th here. Liazz, though, does get a kill, which does open things up a bit. They do have time to work with this. Speed 4K does hold down the line with his AK. They are lurking through. Double back on that as well. Speed 4K find a headshot. Box from behind. Little spray down. Does make it work in the end.
Be where they stop Nemiga from getting down to double digits. BnTeT, we haven't really seen you pick up the AWP, buddy, but if it works out for you, this would be wonderful.
Trying to find it as well, but as soon as he jumps a little bit higher, we'll be in a bit of trouble, but no, catches Box off guard, not looking at the right direction. With the peak coming through, flash as well, assisting with the push. Smoke will allow them to push through, but jkaem, he's able to find Jo, and that, just like that, 2 players left. Speed4K finding BnTeT, but still, Liazz from behind is a ticking time bomb. 2 coming from behind, won't even come to it as they do push forward. AZR, chance to build some momentum here and some morale. Not many rounds left in the game, but BnTeT, yeah, he finds that first frag. Gratisfaction as well. We said that he hasn't been as...
Yeah, jkaem's the pendulum hanging over their heads and swinging. He's gotten the M4 kill through, and Jayo's been tagged down as well. BnTeT is a lone member on the B site, and he's looking for the AWP angle. Eventually takes down Jayo, and that's down to speed. 1v4, AK in hand, 4 angles to clear, and even though he's got an Azure, Gratisfaction's moved in with the USP.
Oh, it does do quite a bit of damage. But Nemiga, they've got 15 seconds remaining, need to act fast, and this Gratisfaction missed the first shot. That's detrimental as Box is able to retaliate onto that. AZR helps out, but not for long as he does get shut down. Nemiga can keep this going. Bomb to get planted, and just 2 players surviving here for EXTREMUM. This is not something you can win.
I was honestly feeling like Vertigo would be dominated by EXTREMUM, but after looking at some,
just can't stop winning rounds. They can't stop finding picks, and that's exactly what gives them the opportunity to get themselves ahead at this point. And so far, EXTREMUM finding 2 picks, it makes it possible that they
sometimes. Let's see if he can find that initial pick. jkaem, unorthodox angle. He's been boosted up, and he eventually finds BnTeT, but will get refragged. 2v4, incredibly difficult duels, especially with the utility that's already waiting for them on the other end. And with 50 seconds on the clock, they have to start hurrying up their pace. The rotation's been called in. MDS finds the first frag, but Azure swung out from Coffins, and he's made it a lot more expensive. The taps are not going to work, and MDS will fall.
Wouldn't think that EXTREMUM would drop it, and they've seemed to be on a winning streak right now, but it looks like they may be losing that one out right now. EXTREMUM taking this aggressive. They were strong on the T-side pistol on Inferno, and it looks like they are once more. They were completely flawless with a site take, and it looks like they might be once again. 3 players left on the Nemiga side to go for the retake, and that 2-man disadvantage may be detrimental, maybe the difference maker. As though from Banana will be holding back MDS. As Lollipop and Speed4K pushing through Coffins. 1 kill already on the Speed4K side. Azure holds down the line. MDS finds it though and thinks maybe down equal. Gratisfaction though is there to help in the matters. Both pushing through Coffins. Flashed completely. Beautiful flash there from Gratisfaction. Holding down the angles, making sure that Nemiga haven't got any players stacked up close to be found, but Hunter, he's holding the right angle. He's got the right idea. Although Jayo finds 1 beautiful frag onto Azure, is that going to be enough? 2 more players left towards B. It was the right stack from the Nemiga side, but like I said, these weapons are just way too strong here from EXTREMUM. Pushing through, not able to find the CTs hiding out, still playing the time perfectly. Boxer peeks out, finds 2. Box! Excuse me! He finds a 3rd! And just like that, they find themselves in the back foot, though Liazz tries to save the day, but Box finds out. And that gives them a lot of confidence heading into this round. Something that might not be said here from EXTREMUM, but pushed up aggressively. But it's BnTeT to win it out against Box.
You know what? They grab onto the horns, but there's no bull underneath it. It's an empty bomb site.
There's an empty one indeed. He's an AWP in the bag. That's a huge investment that hasn't gone lost, that they can transfer onto the next. It might be a good hold here. Good positionings, 2 different ones, but very close to each other. Jayo finding 1, not yet spotted out. Not Jayo able to find the 3rd or 2nd. Collateral does come through. Liazz will burn him down to a crisp, but that gives the numbers advantage for Nemiga here for the retake. Bomb has been planted, and they're right. Flashes and smoke still available for them. Gratisfaction does reposition, and he might be able to find MDS there. He does. Flash does come out as well. Solidifies their advantage, and that does delay Nemiga quite a bit. They need to act fast now. Shot does get found, but it's not going to be enough. No time remaining. Even if Liazz does find the kill here, it is going to be the win for them. Speed4K does get the kill in the end.
So this is ideal for Nemiga because they even have a bit of utility to stop them. They've got a Molotov, they've got a couple smokes, and Box has to get it done. MDS helps. Speed peeks out. He's trying to get the shot in, but it comes down to a 3v3, and there's still a player in the pit. So with only 30 seconds, the T side has to get something done quickly. Eventually, though, MDS, he's going to reveal his position, and on to the last 20 seconds of the round. The rotation is yet to come in. He's speeding through, but MDS will have to try to stop it. Another kill for him. The bomb eventually goes down, so BnTeT has bought himself some time, but he needs to find 2 duels.
You need to know that something like this has come through. Oh, they need to expect it, but they're not. The shot could come through, but he needs to look for the diffuser. He does. Cancels the diffuse. BnTeT. Yeah, that would be something that would not be very CSGO-like, but Gratisfaction does push up aggressive, not able to find 1. And that does make Nemiga think that it might be a B push. Lollipop does push back to the B side, but it's going to have to be up to MDS here. He's the one holding down the line. He's able to find 1. Make that 2, MDS. He may find the 3rd, but no. As the shot sends down, but that gives plenty of time for Lollipop to come back.
Where a B push is basically inevitable. They're coming around through the smoke. A flashbang comes through, and this is where the push happens. Jo already making a dent in the aggressors. jkaem eventually finds the duel, but that's at the expense of 3 players being tagged down below 50. 4-on-4. Jo still trying to shimmy around the smoke, and that nade. Oh man, that nade.
Oh, it's definitely got to hurt, but it's down to 3v4, and EXTREMUM, they're going to have to hold this down. It's up to Nemiga to get the push on. Jo not able to find the shots onto BnTeT, and that's going to hurt. Liazz helps out against Lollipop, and now they've got a winning scenario. Liazz finds yet another with the AK-47, and all of a sudden, Nemiga find themselves on their back foot, all up to MDS. The man that saved the round previously may have a chance to do it once more. Bomb does get planted, and knows the positioning of one at least player. But BnTeT will fall back right down and has to cover his tracks against Liazz
that's
first.
The info.
Oh, they know exactly what is going on. He knows, but they don't. MDS, he finds one, maybe able to find the spray down onto BnTeT, but no! Not quite good enough. Comes to it, but we are seeing the full buy come out from both of these teams. It is a little bit more shaky on the EXTREMUM side as Jo does go aggressive. BnTeT does shut him down.
Though they've brought them down so much, but EXTREMUM, they're no strangers to getting rounds off of situations that aren't favorable. Box is able to take down BnTeT, and that missed shot could be the difference maker. Speed now has to wait for backup. And the bomb has gone down. All 3 players funneled into the right side. They know that there's nobody on Banana, so they're not going to be checking this out. Speed slowly peeks into it. The scope will win out over the AK, and it's all 2 players. Azur and Liazz are both checking the same angle to try to win out the duel. Azur successful in his pursuit of that first frag. Even turns around. jkaem eventually finds one, but Azur very easily spam balcony, or rather boiler. And get away with a free kill. They're checking for him, but he finds 2. They've got a very favorable situation once more. Will they be able to capitalize on it? EXTREMUM, they have to play from the back foot.
They do indeed. MDS, he's able to find that one frag though. They do have the numbers advantage heading into this EXTREMUM. It looks like it might be a lost cause. Box from behind, but Gratisfaction, he finds the kill. Jo joins in. They know exactly where he is, but they do line up for him. It's only going to be a 1-for-1. That will mean that he'll be on that 3k point. He does go for the bomb plant straight out of the bat. MDS still sticking around, perhaps waiting for Lollipop to come in to potentially get that 1 versus 2 situation. He goes in from Banana. This is really good movement from him. Doesn't get noticed, but he does scope in. They know that he's somewhere near that location. On top of the box, does move back. Unfortunate timing. Lollipop, he's able to do it. Nice little bomb plant, bomb defuse all coming through. I
love that comms.
Pretty much. Yeah, they just lure him out, and just like that, headshot either way. But when Gratisfaction has a Tech 9 at hand, that weapon also becomes very dangerous, right? With no helmet, it is going to be his prospect to fear. Lollipop finding one as they do try and trickle in, but BnTeT is able to... Well, BnTeT, excuse me, but MDS does find the return. Speed 4k down to 4 hit points of health. EXTREMUM look like they cannot get themselves to the 15th as Nemiga look to deny them. Gratisfaction pushes up through, but Boxy's ready for it. Just picture that mean with Gratisfaction in it. But Tech 9 drawn with 4 HP is able to survive through that as AZR wins out the trade. A little bit too greedy there from Box, does not pay out, and AUG is dropped down to a healthier player. AZR will be controlling that one. Smokes to be drawn out, mollies as well. Still some util that they can work with. If they find more kills, they can find more rifles and have potential in this. Lollipop, Jo holding it down, spray down. They will not permit them to push through. This could be the 2-0. It's all up the back to AZR. There's nothing it can do as